Alright, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know it's your boy, Brother Jiraiya, and we back with another video. So, Space Jam: A New Legacy has been out for a week now. It's Friday the 23rd. It's been out since last Friday. And Space Jam it ain't doing too good. I ain't gonna say it's a flop, but let's just be honest about it. That shit sucked. That shit sucked. A lot of people don't like it. As I already knew. I really wasn't tripping on the first week sales. I would have to wait until the next week, because as you may know, Warner Brothers, they inflate their ticket sales by buying their own tickets and giving it away to charter schools and things like that. You know, China was mad. I don't even think China even had a screening for Space Jam at all. So but it is what it is. So we're gonna get into a video by Think Story. It's the 66 major differences between Space Jam from 1996 and Space Jam: A New Legacy from 2021. But with all that being said, let's just get into the video, man.
The original Space Jam was one of my favorite childhood movies, so when I heard there was going to be a Space Jam 2, I was like,
stop it. Get some help.
In this video, we'll be going over some of the biggest differences between the original Space Jam 1996 and Space Jam: A New Legacy. And there is a ton of controversy revolving around some of these differences, from Lola Bunny's new look to the removal of Pepe Le Pew. We'll get into that, plus dozens of other cool Easter eggs, and hopefully by the end of this video, we'll see which Space Jam is superior. I want to know what your favorite is in the comments below. But before we begin, make sure to slam dunk that like and subscribe button. Seriously, only 3% of you are subscribed. And stick around for the answer to a bonus trivia question. Can you name the only actor to be a part of both the original and New Legacy? The answer to this at the end. Other than New Legacy being a half hour longer than the original, both versions start with a flashback of our main characters playing basketball as kids. In fact, New Legacy shoots the flashback scenes in film rather than digital to make it feel closer to the original. The kid versions of our protagonists are shown with their parents. In New Legacy, it's the mother, and Space Jam the father, but it's New Legacy that really takes off and makes family an integral part of the plot, even incorporating LeBron's son Dom heavily into the story. In Space Jam, Michael Jordan shows up and mentions his family once. It's pretty hilarious. I should also mention that the actors
Okay, so the main difference between that is because it wasn't the original Space Jam. Michael Jordan wasn't centered around his family. Space Jam 1 was centered around the Looney Tunes going against, the aliens from Orion Mountain. And that they were pretty much the Looney Tunes were pretty much fighting for their lives. And then they gathered Michael Jordan to help them. But in the new Space Jam, algorithm, Don Cheadle, I'm gonna call him Don Cheadle. Fuck what his character name is. Don Cheadle sees a rift between LeBron James and his son, and he takes advantage of that because algorithm doesn't like Don Cheadle doesn't like how LeBron pretty much said how stupid he was, how stupid his ideals were. No, he was like, bro, I'm a basketball player. I'm not trying to do all this shit. No, he got mad. So he took advantage of the rift between father and son. And he was like, bro, bruh, only way you're getting out of here if you beat me in a basketball game, which I don't believe is going to happen. But, I'll challenge you to a basketball game. LeBron James then seeked out the help of the Looney Tunes. While in the original Space Jam, the Looney Tunes seeked out the help of one Michael Jordan. Alright, because he already knew that the aliens from Orion Mountain, they were still in the talents of the NBA basketball players, and they was like, man, we ain't gonna win this shit by ourselves. So that's one of the major differences.
Portraying LeBron's family are not his real family. In fact, the names of his wife and kids have been changed. The events of Space Jam take place around 1996.
No, that's not actually the truth. Nope, that's not it. If you actually look in the beginning of Space Jam after the credits, this takes place when Michael Jordan retired from the league before the 1993-1994 season. So this particular part right here, we're in 93, 94, even though it doesn't necessarily look like that. And then we fast forward to Michael Jordan playing baseball, which happened in 1994. And then in 1995, Michael Jordan didn't play baseball because the players were on strike, and Michael Jordan was like, I'm not playing baseball if the rest of my teammates is on strike. I'm not doing that. And then, the rest is history. He met B.J. Armstrong, and B.J. Armstrong was like, how about you come to the practice facility? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Phil would like to see you. Scotty would like to see you. Tony would like to see you. They had Steve Kerr, Ron Harper, but they didn't have Michael. They didn't have Dennis Rodman yet. So they're like, you know what? How about you come? Come see us. Michael Jordan did, and that's when his basketball itch returned, when he started practicing with the Chicago Bulls. So that part that's not necessarily true. That didn't necessarily hit that. All the scene is at 1996. It's a time period between 1993, 1994, and 1995. And how I know this is because they show Michael Jordan returning to the game of basketball, which didn't happen until at the end of the 94-95 season. So that didn't really make any sense. But other than that, this man is spot on for right now. But that's just a little, that's just a little thing, just a little hiccup. I'm not down on the brother at all.
Which is 2 years before young LeBron James plays the Bugs Bunny Game Boy game as a child. That being said, the main events of New Legacy take place in present day, and the plot takes advantage of this by structuring both the villain and the story around a futuristic server owned by Warner Brothers. Did Warner Brothers really just make a movie where Warner Brothers is the villain? Great, I'm gonna get copyright strike. The introduction credits are markedly similar for these.
No, it is not. No. To an extent, it is not. The original Space Jam, the original Space Jam intro is actually better than New Legacy. I'm sorry. You can look at them back to back. You can talk shit, say, oh, you're just one of those old ass niggas, and you're gonna say, you're just a millennial. But you gotta understand, I'm not a fucking millennial. I was born in 1999. You gotta get that shit correct. I can say what y'all want, but some of y'all just be saying dumb shit.
Two films, both showing career highlights of our protagonists. Fun fact, LeBron and Michael both wear the number 23. We are quickly introduced to New Legacy's villain, Al G. Rhythm, portrayed by...
No, it's Don Cheadle. This is Don Cheadle. I'm trying to... This man, Don Cheadle, look like he finna suit up for the next installment of The Matrix. What the fuck? I just noticed that. This man got all black on. All he needed the glasses, maybe a little hat. Make this little suit jacket into a little trench coat. You know what I'm saying? Don Cheadle, he'll fit right in. Make him a little sidekick to Jada Pinkett Smith. Yeah, he might fit in.
Don Cheadle. He's juxtaposed with Swankhammer. Yes, that's...
Yeah, I didn't even know this nigga name in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't even know this name. What type of fucking name is Swankhammer? What the fuck is that? That sound like a nigga. It's like a porn name. A nigga. Fucking Swankhammer, bro. I'm done. I'm so done. You know what? I ain't gonna say too much.
His name, voiced by Danny DeVito. Each villain has their own motivation. Swankhammer wants the Looney Tunes as slaves for his amusement park on Moron Mountain to help counter sagging attendance. Algorithm wants recognition, believing if he combines...
And revenge for LeBron James playing him. Trying his intellect. Just called him dumb and everything. Don Cheadle was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Don Cheadle was like, yo, who the fuck do you think you are, LeBron James?
LeBron's fame with his tech, he'll no longer go unnoticed. In New Legacy, Algorithm actually ends up playing in the game, unlike Hammer. In the original, we never visit the Warner Brothers lot, but it's front and center in New Legacy, where they use every chance that they can get to put in posters of other Warner Brothers properties like Joker and Aquaman.
And see, that's the difference that I said. There's a difference. That's why I like the original Space Jam better than the first one. This, New Legacy has too many alternative motives. Space Jam New Legacy, yeah, it's about making a sequel that came out almost 30 years ago, but it was also to show off Warner Brothers intellectual properties that were going to be on HBO Max. That's why I said it's a little bit too much. The plot sucks. There's a plot there, but the plot sucks. The acting is okay. From LeBron James, everybody's saying it was trash. I'm like, bro, it's alright. You know, I ain't gonna say it's all the way trash, but you know, LeBron James isn't a fucking. He's not an actor. You know, just like Michael Jordan wasn't an actor. You know, they were. But I can say that LeBron was, you know, he was trying a little too hard. But Michael Jordan, he really didn't really have to try a lot. Because Michael, he was just being himself.
In fact, that's what I've seen as one of the biggest criticisms of New Legacy. The background Warner Brothers characters like White Walkers, the Mask, the Penguin distract from the story. In the original, the crowd is composed of all Looney Tune characters, and only 3 human characters make it to Toon World: Michael Jordan, Bill Murray, and the goofy sidekick character Stan, played by Wayne Knight. There's no such character like that in New Legacy. The crowd in New Legacy is almost entirely replaced by human characters. As LeBron is pitch algorithm's idea of him being scanned into different movies, we do get a slight nod to the original Space Jam with the poster here. In fact, there are very few flat-out references to the events of the original. Probably the most obvious one happens during the Lola Bunny Wonder Woman segment where Bugs Bunny tries to recruit her.
How often do you get to play with an NBA superstar?
Been there, done that!
This essentially confirms the 2 movies are directly related, plus we do get very brief shots of the small alien creatures who composed the Goon Squad in Space Jam. However, their team name in that movie was the Monstars. LeBron and Michael also have 2 very different takes on basketball. For LeBron, basketball is life, and he...
See, that's the difference. You know, Michael Jordan, not bad, not Michael Jordan, LeBron James, you see, like, bro, basketball is life. You know, his son, he wanted to be a game developer. I think I said that in the last video. If I didn't, he was wanting to be a game developer. LeBron James is like, bro, if you're going to be out here in this basketball pool, on this basketball court, you're going to take this shit serious. You're going to put in the work to become a basketball player, not really giving a fuck what his son, you know, wanted to be, what he wanted to do. And then, in reality, LeBron James was a bad father. You know, some of y'all was like, damn, bro, like, you got to become a bad father. LeBron James called himself a bad father. So I can say that LeBron James was a bad father as well, because he was a bad fucking father. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to say? He was a bad father in the movie. He was a bad dad. He sucked. You know, even his wife, it was like, bro, you don't even know anything about your son, what he's doing. You don't know his motivations, his dreams, and none of that shit. You know, she was like, bro, get to know him. And that's when we have that next scene where LeBron goes into his room, you know, asks him what he's doing on his computer and stuff like that. You know, things like that.
Can't afford to take time away from the game.
It's just not me, and I can't afford to take time away from the game.
In Space Jam, Michael is the opposite. He's quit basketball in order to pursue a baseball career. One of the main differences between these characters is how they get transported to Toon World. In Space Jam, it's through a golf course hole as Michael Jordan is lassoed by Yosemite Sam. In New Legacy, it's the villain who transports LeBron into the server where not only Looney Tunes World is located, but all
Y'all see that? Y'all saw that? That was Game of Thrones. This is Harry Potter World. No, this is Harry Potter World. The other one was Harry Potter World. This one is Game of Thrones. You're going to see another one.
Sweet intellectual property. To name a few: Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and Wizard of Oz.
See, I didn't even have to say it. This brother said it for me. It was too much going on with that shit. I'm sorry. It was too much going for that. It was. Like, if you actually notice it, there's the fucking movie was almost 2 hours long. A basketball movie being 2 hours long, like, there have been good basketball movies that were 2 hours long, you know. Love and Basketball, you know, White Man Can't Jump. No, there was. So, you know, Above the Rim, but this movie felt so damn long. It felt more than 2 hours. But when you're looking at movies like Space Jam, you're looking at movies like Love and Basketball, you know, when you're looking at movies White Man Can't Jump, Above the Rim, you know, those movies, they go by so fast, you know, because we're entertained by them. I'm not going to say I wasn't entertained by this movie, but it was just things, it was too much going on within this movie. Too much things going on.
One thing I do like about New Legacy over Space Jam is that they put the stakes of the story on LeBron much sooner than in Space Jam.
No. No. in reality, that's the main difference. The stakes wasn't on Michael Jordan in the beginning. Okay, the stakes weren't even on Michael Jordan, and in fact, the what was that man, Swankhammer? He didn't even know that Michael Jordan was even helping the Looney Tunes. So we can't necessarily just say, oh, the stakes was put on LeBron from the beginning. When in reality, the stakes were for the Looney Tunes. Michael Jordan put the stakes on himself. You know what I'm saying? He put the stakes on himself. So that's another difference.
About 20 minutes into the movie, LeBron is told by Al that if he doesn't win his game, he'll be stuck in the serververse away from his family forever. In Space Jam, it's the Toons who will become slaves and not Michael.
Exactly what I said. The stakes wasn't put on Michael until Michael put the stakes upon himself.
Michael helps the Toons get out of this predicament, whereas in New Legacy, the Toons help LeBron.
And not even with that, the Looney Tunes are put in a predicament as well, because if LeBron doesn't, if them and LeBron don't win the game, LeBron doesn't go home, and the Looney Tunes get erased forever. So it wasn't just LeBron; it was the Looney Tunes too.
What I'm trying to say is, we need your help!
Listen, I need your help.
It isn't until 4/5 through the movie a new deal is struck that puts Michael's fate on the line.
Exactly, he puts his own fate on the line. With LeBron, his fate was already on the line going in 20-30 minutes in the movie.
Unlike Space Jam, when LeBron makes it to Toon World, he finds out it's only inhabited by one person, Bugs Bunny. The others have left after being enticed by algorithm into getting digitized, so Bug and LeBron have to scour the universe searching for their teammates. This never happens.
And that's when we had to go through all the Warner Brothers intellectual properties. We got to find Daffy Duck and Porky Pig in the Justice League universe. We got to find Little Bunny in the Wonder Woman universe. We got to go to the Harry Potter universe. We got to find Granny and Speedy Gonzalez in the Matrix universe. We got to find all these different characters in these different damn universes, and it's too damn much. We shouldn't be having to do all that, okay? They were recreating, either recreated scenes or they were just creating new scenes altogether. And that's what I said. It was a little bit too much, because now you're taking the focus off. I mean, I understand, yeah, you got to find all the characters, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to do all that. To be honest, you shouldn't have to do all that.
In Space Jam, nor do the scenes in which LeBron is placed in famous Warner Brothers movies.
See, exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said.
Another key difference is that when Michael first lands in Toon World, he's in his human form. In New Legacy, LeBron is in traditional 2D animation. In Space Jam, we only see Michael in animated form for a brief moment when Swankhammer warns what will happen to him if he loses, but for the most part, he's all live action. LeBron will later turn into his normal self when algorithm upgrades him and the Toons, resulting in the Toons given a 3D facelift. Both versions have their fair share of product placement.
And I ain't gonna lie, these LeBrons fucking suck. these LeBrons suck. They look okay, but I'm just like, bro, these not no Space Jam shoe. These are like some damn LeBrons, bro. They're like LeBrons with some Space Jam coloring on it. This is, it's just, nah. These ain't it. Plus, LeBron shoes after the 12s, LeBron shoes were uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. They just became uncomfortable. I don't know what it was. And if you actually notice, LeBron James fans only wear LeBrons. You don't see nobody really rocking LeBrons unless they're LeBron James diehards. If they want performance shoes, they'll wear Kobe's. If they want, lifestyle shoes, they'll wear Jordans. No one really is wearing LeBrons. I'm sorry. I mean, no one's really wearing that shit.
Like LeBron's sneakers here, but Space Jam definitely has new legacy.
Yeah, they did have a bunch. They did have a bunch of them. They had a McDonald's one. They had the Gatorade one. They had the Nike one, but it wasn't as subtle. This is just put in the background. This is kind of it's like if you blinked, you missed. If you blink, you missed it. They brought in something about get your Gatorade, get you a Big Mac on the on the way to the ballpark. But other than that, that was really about it.
Beat.
Get your Hanes on, lace up your Nikes, grab your Wheaties and your Gatorade, and we'll pick up a Big Mac on the way to the ballpark.
See, that's the only time they actually brought up these type of things. This was the only scene. Hold up, what the hell? Did Michael Jordan get branded? Was he a part of? Is that Omega Sci-Fi? Oh, let me see. I gotta look that up. Yes, that's an Omega Sci-Fi. Was Michael Jordan part of Omega Sci-Fi in college? I would have to maybe look that up for y'all. Cause they got branded right there on his chest, or this. He might have been with the Omega Sci-Fi. Yeah, he is part of Omega Sci-Fi. I never knew that. I just now noticed that with the cause I saw the branding right here. That's crazy. He became part of Omega Sci-Fi in 1987. That's interesting.
While LeBron navigates downtown Toon World, we'll see an Acme van. Acme is a lot more present in New Legacy than it is in Space Jam. There's even a reference to Michigan J. Frog with the Singing Frog Theater. We actually get to see him in Space Jam. As LeBron teams up with Bugs Bunny, he'll get turned into a basketball similar to Michael. There are some callbacks to famous Looney Tunes cartoons here, like the Rabbit of Seville or Long-Haired Hare, where Bugs plays a conductor. These old cartoons aren't quite referenced in Space Jam. LeBron and Bugs are able to commandeer Marvin the Martian spacecraft in order to round up the team. However, that's pretty much the extent of Marvin's role in the film. In Space Jam, he actually acts as a referee, and we never get to see his dog, Canine. Well, I guess we should get to the political part of the video where we talk about why certain changes or exclusions were made. Of course, I'm talking about the absence of Pepe Le Pew.
Nah, I remember when this happened, and they were like, oh, they were replacing, Pepe Le Pew because, he was a rapist. I was just like, bro, I didn't really care about him from the beginning. Let's be honest about it. I was just like, it really didn't matter to me, to be honest. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. It really didn't matter to me.
And the visual changes to Lola Bunny.
Now, Lola Bunny, that really didn't make no sense because you didn't change, Grundy.
Originally in the Casablanca sequence, Pepe Le Pew was supposed to hit on Jane the Virgin actress Gracie Santo, kissing her arm and getting a drink poured on him because of his unwarranted advances. LeBron then walks over to him where he learns Pepe's love interest, Penelope Pussycat, has a restraining order against him, and LeBron says Pepe just can't go around grabbing other tunes without their consent. So the director and Warner Brothers just decided to cut that whole thing. It's kind of weird that they got rid of Pepe yet kept characters like the murderous Penny.
Yeah, that didn't really make any sense to me. Because if you actually read the original, the original It book, you can actually see that they was having like teenage orgies up in that book. Did I read that whole damn book? No, I did not. I did not read the whole damn book. Nope, I did not want to read the rest of that shit at all. After that, I was like, bro, get this book away from me. Stephen King was on some weird shit. He must have been on LSD when he was writing that book and anything, or something. Because I think the only way the kids would have to escape from Pennywise was that they would have to perform an orgy on each other. And I was just like, bro, get this shit away from me. I was just like, for real, like, get this bullshit away from me.
Pennywise and the Droogs from A Clockwork Orange. You don't want to know what they did to women.
Exactly, and they were raping. They was raping females too. So I'm just like, bro, like you kept them, but you took away Pepe Le Pew. Like that doesn't even make any sense.
In that movie. Unlike Pepe, who was cut entirely, Lola Bunny was redesigned. In fact, they include an entire sequence where she competes in the Wonder Woman obstacle course, which seeks to showcase her strength over her sexuality. The constant hitting on by Bugs Bunny toward her in Space Jam has also been toned down.
Now, one thing, I think I said in the last video, and I did that Space Jam video, the 90s, let's be straight up honest about it, the 90s was a time period where sexualization was going on a lot, in kids' movies, TV shows, other movies. I don't know what it was, but sex was in the 90s. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but it just was. You know. Prime example, this movie. You know, Lola Bunny, she had curves like a woman, you know, and everything. And Bugs Bunny, you probably want to say something about Bugs Bunny, you know, his body going rock hard after seeing Lola Bunny walk away. I could be mistaken.
In the original, he literally gets hard like a piece of wood.
See, exactly what I meant. See, how did I know that? How do I know this? And I didn't even watch the full video. Only watched like 30 seconds of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do the reaction to it. How do I know this shit? Because I watched the original movie, but I didn't watch it when it first came out. I'm not that damn old.
In both versions, Bugs sacrifices himself so that Lola doesn't get hurt, but in Space Jam, he's rewarded for his sacrifice with a kiss. Oh yeah, you also don't have Foghorn Leghorn spanking George P. Dog in the background. A big addition to New Legacy is Gossamer. In the most recent Looney Tunes cartoons,
yeah, Gossamer he's pretty new. Gossamer's pretty new. Here's one of the new Looney Tunes.
He's a character who hunts down Bugs Bunny. We never see him in the original. On the other side of things, Al needs a team to battle LeBron and the Toons, and unlike Space Jam, where Swankhammer's minions steal the talent of...
Yeah, they were stealing the talents of NBA players during NBA games. And that's how they got their talent.
Some of the NBA's best players, Al has these players copied and brought into the serververse as monster manifestations. The game announcers have also been changed. In Space Jam, the announcers are Hubie and Bertie from the cartoons, while in New Legacy, they're performed by actual sportscaster Ernie Johnson Jr. and the guy who kicked ass from Get Out.
Yeah, this is Ernie Johnson and Laurel.
Granny is also in both films. Her real name is Emma Webster, and in Space Jam she's more of a cheerleader than a player. Unlike the original, LeBron's family actually gets sucked into the game where they watch the events unfold. It sets up a lot more emotional moments which the original lacks. However, I personally felt these emotional...
I'm sorry, in the original Space Jam, you didn't need emotional moments. You didn't need that at all. You didn't need that shit.
Moments fell flat, partly because the background was so distracting.
And then also, I'm not gonna lie, the originals, this not originals, but this Space Jam, it was pretty predictable. When a movie is predictable, it becomes kind of unwatchable after a while, because you know what's going to happen. You know, sometimes it being predictable is a good thing. Some of them is a good thing, but this was unpredictable. This was predictable in a bad way. You know, this movie was very predictable. You know, LeBron James saving the day, getting his son out of there. You know, the only thing that wasn't, you know, LeBron James, you know, letting his son go to E3 camp and everything. Everything was pretty much but predictable, except for like small things. But other than that, it was very predictable, which I did not like.
All the BG characters made me easily lose focus of what was happening right in front of me. Did anyone else feel this way? We do get to see Yakko, Wacko, and Dot from Animaniacs, which was my personal favorite addition. The courts themselves are different in each movie. The practice court in Space Jam is a typical gym, while in New Legacy, it's in space. The real court where the game takes place is an arena in Space Jam, while in New Legacy, it's the futuristic court that even has a force field. Because in New Legacy, the game is based off Dom's video game, players can achieve style points and bonuses. That's why when the game ends, the score is 1,004.
That's why I said I didn't like this. I didn't like how basketball was being played, because it was a one-up version of basketball. Even LeBron James himself doesn't like it, because he's used to playing a traditional style of basketball, which gave his son Dom an advantage to beat him, because LeBron James was trying to have the Looney Tunes play like him instead of just being themselves. And that was one of the key points. Be yourself. Do not let anyone try to make you something that you don't want to be and something that you weren't made to be. All right, that was one of the biggest overalls of the story. Be yourself. Don't let anybody try to mold you into being something that you don't want to be.
42 to 1041 compared to 7877 in the original. Now, I gotta point out that the soundtrack in Space Jam is...
That shit slaps. You know, say what you want to say about R. Kelly. He's a fucking pedophile piece of shit, but that nigga Robert Kelly know how to make some damn good music. I can remove the person. I can remove the person from the artist. All right, Robert Kelly is a piece of shit, but R. Kelly, his music was gonna live forever. No, I'm just gonna be honest.
On a whole nother
This music is gonna live forever within the black community.
level compared to Legacy. Every song slaps. We got
Everything slaps. I Believe I Can Fly, Space Jam by Quad City DJs, Winner by Coolio, Get 'Em High by B-Rail, Busta Rhymes, Coolio, LL Cool J, and Method Man. You know, this shit slap. You know, R. Kelly featuring Changing Phases and Jay-Z, All of My Days. You know, this shit slap.
I Believe.
Oh yeah, D'Angelo, I Found My Smile Again, Monica, For You I Will, everything. This shit, this yo, that soundtrack fucking slaps.
Believe I Can Fly, Space Jam, Fly Like an Eagle, and New Legacy, we get this.
What up? It's Porky Pig.
Space Jam, we get some song by I think it's Lil Baby and Frank and fuck. I almost said Frank Ocean. God damn it. Kirk Franklin, sorry. I don't know why I said Kirk Franklin.
They call me P-double-L.
Nope, let's skip this shit because I ain't trying to get copyrighted. Fuck that. Y'all can have Warner Brothers, y'all can fuck his video up. Y'all not finna fuck up my video. Fuck that.
Basketball is silver while Space Jam's is more traditional. By halftime in both movies, Michael and LeBron's teams aren't doing well. They're down by a lot and it looks like all hope is lost. However, both versions have different ways of turning things around. In Space Jam, Bugs Bunny tells the team if they drink Michael's special drink, which is just water, they'll get stronger.
And then in Space Jam 2, them niggas was talking about some, oh yeah, we found Michael Jordan. When I first saw the shoes, I was like, hold on, these some fear of gods. These not no damn Jordans. This is probably Michael B. Jordan, dumbass. And what do you know? And what do you know? It was Michael B. Jordan.
Pep talk from Michael Jordan. Well, not the Michael Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
And they was like, yeah, you know, they called me. I was just trying to, I was trying to go to the concession stand and shit. I was like, man, this shit. Come on, man.
It's unknown why the Michael Jordan declined to be a part of the...
Because he didn't want to be a part of the movie. Why? Why would he want to be a part of the movie? I already know the real reason why, and I'm going to tell you why. Like I said in my last video, LeBron James is trying to do his best Michael Jordan impression. That's all it is. You know, LeBron James already knows that he can't beat Michael Jordan as far as a basketball player goes. So he's going to try to beat him in different avenues. You know, he's already calling himself more than an athlete. You know, he's getting into politics, and that's something Michael Jordan didn't do. Michael Jordan wasn't acting in politics because Michael Jordan was like, bro, he's not a political person. You know, he didn't really portray himself as being in politics. You know, and when he did, he said something about Republicans wear Jordans too, where when it was a guy in North Carolina who was trying to run for governor, and then he was like, bro, you should have supported me. Michael Jordan don't even know you. Like Michael Jordan doesn't even know you. I'm not saying that in a laughing matter, but Michael Jordan didn't know him. Why should I give support to you and I barely know you? Like, I understand, you know, black people should, you know, stay, you know, be connected together, but I don't even know you. You know, how do I know what you're going to do it's going to create a great impact for North Carolina. And, you know, there was the other governor who was a racist. I'm not going to lie. He was a racist. At the same time, Michael Jordan was like, bro, I don't even know you. Like, I mean, he would give back to North Carolina, but Michael wasn't even in North Carolina like that no more. He was in Chicago all the time. You know, the only time people go to North Carolina is when he's seeing his mom, his family. Other than, you know, he'll see Dean Smith at UNC, but other than that, he wasn't even in North Carolina like that. You know, he was in Chicago. doing business and shit.
Film. Each team has a number of substitute players. My favorite for the Goon Squad is Kronos, but for the Toons we actually get to see Roadrunner don the jersey and play, which, believe it or not, he doesn't get to in the original. With the Toons mounting a comeback, the final game-winning point is put in the hands of our two protagonists. However, they go about this win in two different...
They do it in two different ways. LeBron almost misses the game-winning dunk. It wasn't until Dom threw another jump boost on LeBron James' feet that he came back up and dunked it. And then Michael Jordan, he almost missed the dunk too. But Michael Jordan realized I'm in Toon World, so that means I can stretch my physics too. I'm a human being, but I could probably manipulate my physics to make this dunk, and that's what you see right here on the left hand side. He manipulated his physics, that kills his right arm, to make the dunk.
Ways. In Space Jam, Michael learns that he too can manipulate the physics of the...
I should be doing this video for him. And I didn't even look at this video all the way. I only watched like 30 seconds of it.
World, and uses this to his advantage by extending his arm in this super creepy fashion. Similarly, LeBron learns that he can manipulate the game world by glitching it. This also results in Bugs Bunny sacrificing himself, but it's okay, he's alive in the next scene. Although each film ends happily, the character arcs for Michael and LeBron are markedly different. Michael learns that maybe baseball isn't his thing, and he returns back to basketball.
See what I just said? He returned back to basketball. He returned back to basketball in the 1994-1995 season. So there was no damn way that that Space Jam 1 took place in 1996. No. No. It took place 1993, 1994, and 1995. So it's 3 different time periods.
LeBron's is a bit more emotional as he learns not to force his son into playing ball.
No, he was trying to. He realized that he shouldn't have forced his son to become something that he did not want to be, something that he was not. Dom wanted to play basketball, but he was playing basketball, for fun. But he really wanted to be a game developer. All right, so it's 2 different things.
When his dream is gaming. Now you might think that Bill Murray does not make an appearance in New Legacy, but here he is briefly.
Yeah, he shows up at the end. Like I said, at the end, Daffy Duck, he was playing golf. Lola Bunny, she was doing, all the Toons characters were doing different things. Daffy Duck was a coach.
In the end credits, which show the Toons living their best lives in the real.
See, then Grandma, she was in the UFC. It seemed like she knocked out Ronda Rousey. If you actually notice it, they have the Acme logo, a Warner Bros. Logo, and also a Mamba Academy logo on her shorts. That's just a special callback to the Kobe Bryant who passed away.
Real world. In Space Jam, the end credits are simply.
It was just pictures of the movie. That typically that would movies did back in the day, in the 90s. They would just show pictures of what happened already in the movie. Just to be like, oh yeah, that did happen in the movie, and oh yeah, I remember that part. Try to make a feel good moment of the movie.
Filled with shots from the movie. Speaking of those credits, were you able to find the only actor to work on both the original Space Jam and New Legacy? That's Bob Bergen, the voice of Tweety Bird. Funny enough, in the original, he also voiced Hubie, Bert, and Marvin the Martian. They also spelled their wrong names in those credits. No clue why he didn't voice them in New Legacy. Life just be like that sometimes. But I want to hear which Space Jam you think is superior, the original 96 version or the one with King James. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and hopefully we can crown a winner. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and smash that subscribe button. And
special shout out to Think Story. I'm gonna put the link in the link to his video, to his channel, in the description box below if you want to watch the original movie. I mean, not the original movie, the original video without my commentary on it. However, I would say I like the original Space Jam better. I actually rewatched the original Space Jam again, and I actually had to say that the original Space Jam was better. You know, people are going to say, well, you know, there's a whole bunch of excuses going on for why the original Space Jam sucked. The first excuse is, well, you know, people didn't like the original Space Jam either. And that's correct. Everybody didn't like critics didn't like the original Space Jam. It wasn't until, you know, it wasn't with time that people actually started liking this movie. Are people going to watch? Are people going to like New Legacy? They might, but I'm just like, nah, this movie ain't for me. You know, this movie ain't for me. New Legacy isn't for me. Maybe I'll have to watch it maybe 2 or 3 years from now, but more than likely I'm not going to. I'm probably not going to, because I'm not gonna say I'm not going to. I'm saying I'll probably watch it again, but I'm probably not going to enjoy it because there's too much things going on within the movie. All right. And then people are making more excuses for it. While LeBron is a bad actor, he's like, well, LeBron, you know, Michael Jordan, he wasn't a good actor either. I mean, Michael Jordan was just being himself. It didn't really seem like Michael Jordan was really acting. He was just being himself. So I really can't say that. And then the main excuse that people have been giving it, and I promise to God, this is the main excuse. People have been saying, oh, well, you know, Space Jam, it wasn't made for kids. You know, so I don't know why you old niggas is watching it. First of all, y'all sound about dumb as hell. Not all of y'all, it's just some of y'all that's making these excuses for Space Jam, A New Legacy. Y'all sound dumb as hell. You gonna try to say, oh well, this movie wasn't made for adults. You was about dumb as hell. First of all, this movie, the original Space Jam movie came out in 1996. It is 2021. The original Space Jam is almost damn near 30 years old. I'm 21 years old, and I didn't watch that movie till I was about 13. Alright? So let's cut the bullshit. Some of y'all saying, oh, it's made for old people. Who the fuck did you think was going to watch it? I mean, the 30-year, yes, the kids who were kids back then are now grown-ass adults who are going to watch the movie, and guess what? Who are they going to bring with them? Their kids. So I'm not trying to hear that dumb shit talking about it wasn't made for kids. Y'all old ass niggas, y'all need to get out y'all feelings. You know, this wasn't made for y'all. Man, shut y'all asses up. Y'all making excuses for why that shit is trash. It is fucking garbage. Let's just call it how it is. You know what I'm saying? I said it was, you know, LeBron James okay as an actor, but this movie is fucking sad. It's a fucking infomercial for HBO Max and Warner Brothers intellectual properties. I've been saying this from the beginning. You can go back to my beginning video. My stance hasn't changed, and I watched it again, and I still didn't like that shit. I actually watched it the other day. I was like, you know what? It's just like listening to music. The first time you listen to an album, you know, you can't really base an opinion off of that. You got to keep rewatching it. I mean, you got to keep listening to it. You got to keep listening to it again and again and again and again and again and again. And it's kind of like that with movies. When I say I'm gonna watch this shit one more time, and if this shit don't hit different, if I feel the same way that I felt since the first movie, then I'm not gonna like it. And I didn't come in with a bias saying, well, I don't like this shit, so I'm gonna come in the second sitting not liking this shit. No, that's not what I did. Let's just be honest about it. Let's not, you know, try to deceive people. This shit was trash. This shit was just trash. Everybody had their own opinions about it. I'm gonna say this shit trash. And it's fucking garbage. I'm sorry. Even most of the reviews on YouTube say it is garbage. So it's not like I'm just beating a dead horse or something. No, it fucking sucked. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, if you like the content on the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the content on the channel as well, give this video a big thumbs up so this video can show up on YouTube's algorithm so we can get it out to other people. You know, share with other people, share with your friends, your family, uncles, your aunties, your old head dads that watched the original Space Jam movie. But it's been another video. This has been another banger. It's been Brother Jariah. You know, I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video. Stay safe, mask up, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.